Hey everyone, it's Finn. I thought I'd pop onto my own personal page today and say hello to everybody and see how you are all doing. It's a little bit impromptu, but impromptu is always quite good. So yes, amazing happenings in our lives. We are really beginning to all rise and shine, even though for some of us things are kind of a little bit rocky and things are or may seem to be falling apart. Actually, all that is no longer supporting us is shifting out of our lives. And yesterday I was on my Facebook page and talking about if we change our perspective on transformation and change and look at it as stepping up and really stepping into our power and stepping into our trueness and into our oneness. Hey Debbie, good morning. What's so lovely. Amazing person. Hey Debbie. So yes, and we are moving really quickly. Time is moving really, really quickly as well. And I have found that as time is moving really quick, I've had to be more organized than usual. So what has really helped me during these amazing happenings in our lives is every day I prepare an inspired list of actions, and it feels so much better energetically and also physically to do, rather than writing a big long to-do list that you have to accomplish X, Y, and Z. I write an inspired action list, and I have found that by doing this, I've got through all my lists today, and I am so happy that I have. And it's only it's not even 3 o'clock here, and I didn't start work until sort of later on in the morning. And I've also had this lovely time in this space to check in and to connect in with people who I really care about and really lovely dear friends. Yesterday when I was on my live on my Facebook page, and I realized that I said, oh, I've got some cards and I'm going to choose a card, and I didn't. And that wasn't intentional at all. So I thought kind of like shake things up and mix things around. So I thought I would like to choose a card for you all today. There's a beautiful story about these cards. It's the art through the Starstream Oracle, and I got these in Avebury in May when I was spending time with the amazing Tamara Oviatt. And excuse me, I've got a hair in my mouth. I can speak better now. And I had such a really wonderful experience with connecting with these cards, and they are really powerful. They're really insightful. I have found them to be really wonderful guides in my creations, and also when I'm launching a project or teaching my class. And as I am shuffling, hang on 1 second, we'll shuffle and choose a card for you all about what's happening in our world as we're shifting and transforming, and lots of things are leaving us. Okay, so we have this wonderful card. It's You Are the Oracle. And I love this. Lovely to see you, Debbie. Thanks for showing up. And you are the oracle. We are all the oracle. We all have all that information. We have all that wisdom. We have all that knowing and that knowledge within us. And over the years and over our lifetimes, if I know that some of you here who will be listening to this don't believe in past lives and reincarnation, but we have so much within us. We have so much incredible power, and it's tapping in to that knowledge. And what's happening at the moment is we are essentially being reminded, and we're being prompted, and we're sort of being triggered in gentle ways to come back into our remembering and into our awareness. And I have found a really wonderful and useful technique that I do every day is I get up at 6:30 and I have a shower, and when I'm having a shower, I set my intention for my day, and then I come downstairs And I've been following a program called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I would recommend this book to everybody. And every day I sit in the morning and I write 3 pages. And during that time of me writing 3 pages, so much comes out. I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I had this. I didn't realize that I felt this about X, Y, and Z. And in the process of writing, I'm actually able to transform the energies. And I would suggest that you do this every day. And I do it first thing in the morning, and it is recommended that you do it first thing in the morning. And before you cook the breakfast or connect with anyone else, it's really, really important. And it may not work for you, but it certainly works for me. And I find that I get my great aha moments often when I'm writing, and I have a couple of post-its next to me and write down like the prime points that pop into my mind. And another technique I find to really help me with my day is I go for a walk every morning. And that's my breathing space, and it's my space where I actually create, and I can clear the cobwebs of, if getting up early in the morning, and instead of diving straight into the computer, I go out into the fresh, cold, crisp air, because it's getting a little bit chilly here in Edinburgh, as it's the month of November. And I find that really, really fantastic, and it really connects me with the oracle of me, and really I listen to myself. And talking about the remembering, I find that every morning I say hello to people, and I say hello to everyone. And some people respond and lots of people don't. And I find that when people respond, it has an amazing impact. And there is like this lovely connection with the other person, and their face lights up. Oh, hi, good morning. And I think, it's not that I think, but I feel that it's really important that we each acknowledge each other. So in, wherever you live, it's always wonderful to say hello. I mean, I moved to London when I was 14, and I was told not to say that to people, and to stop saying hello. And I was like, I can't stop saying hello. Don't you tell me to stop saying hello. So people did respond to me in some interesting ways. People look at me like I was kind of like from another planet. Why are you saying hello to me? Because where I came from in Ireland, everybody said hello. Everybody acknowledged each other, whether you were somebody you knew or you didn't know. And it was out of politeness. It was actually rude if you didn't say hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. And it's interesting how in certain places that energy can be lost. But it's still there, and all it takes is for 1 or 2 people to reintroduce that greeting. And as you're greeting somebody, you're actually meeting them as a fellow human being. And there are many, many beautiful experiences I have with connecting with people I don't know. But there is that sense that, you're remembering that sense that we are all actually one. And I feel that's really, really important. Because we are all changing. Our world is transforming. And it is, it's a bit scary. It's a bit unfamiliar and perhaps really uncomfortable for a lot of people. But for me, what I've found that's really helped to ground me through all the transformations is to trust. And I also have lots of amazing tools that I can use to support me during this time of transformation. And one is my own healing modality, Core Expansion, which is not actually mine. I am the conduit for, which comes direct from source. And since embracing Core Expansion, which transforms eons and eons and eons of limiting belief energies and energies of sabotage and limitation, I've really truly stepped into my own worth and into my power. And I've found that everything that I create, because I am creating from a space of love and joy and humor and vibrancy and peace, the creations I'm creating are very plentiful and very abundant. And I'm truly, truly grateful for this. And I taught the very first practitioner class, as many of you know, a few weeks ago. And it was truly amazing, and so excited and so happy for the transformations that people are experiencing in their own lives since the class, and how this wonderful healing modality is out in the world, and it's alive, and it has its own soul, and it's evolving in many, many beautiful ways. And I'm super excited to be teaching this class again in February. And if you're interested, I know it's a little bit of time away off, but you can pop over to my website and say hello. And if you are inclined to have positive energies, I have lots of free healing, lots of really beautiful energetic downloads, like the energetic download I put up today on transformation, because it feels very important to share what I know and my experience with you all, because we're all here, we're all one family, and it is really important to be together. Oh, hey, my mom's joined. Hey, Mom, so lovely to see you. So it is all about us being in that energy of embracing the transformations and the changes that are happening. And we've all had a bit of a rocky road from time to time in our lives. And I feel that the pathway is kind of like, when a new road is being created, you have to dig down and clear out all the old gunk first, and then lay down the foundations and the gravel, and leveling it over and smoothing it out, and then adding in the tarmac, and a tarmac that is more sustainable than the tarmacs that are often used in our time. I live in Edinburgh, and the roads are absolutely incredible. I always find it interesting when I go to visit elsewhere in the country, or well, elsewhere in the world, and the roads are just so beautiful and perfect. But we are creating our own pathways, and so every day, as a tool, when you wake up, set your intention for your day, how it's going to be. If you feel it useful, sit down and write 3 pages of where you are, what you're feeling, and it's a really great opportunity to put out your blurts, and then to transform your blurts into positive affirmations or a beautiful mantra that you can say. And it does change your perspective on your day to day. I am going to choose you all another card, which is the beautiful Alana Fairchild Crystal Mandala Oracles, which have been really inspirational in my work, and are really fantastic for helping you just to shift through, and some beautiful messages. And the great thing about cards is they don't tell you exactly what's going to happen. We are all the masters of our own destiny. They're like a map. And if you're not really sure which direction you're going in, or where you are, a map will give you a clearer picture of all the options that you have to take on your pathway. Okay, so this card is popping up. Empowered service. So I think this is really perfect for today, talking about transformation. Empowered service, and coming from a space of love, and looking at what you can do for yourself first and foremost, and how you can serve people, not in service like you're a waiter or a servant for anyone else, but how you can be of service in a really beautiful, heart-centered way, and how you can share your own gifts and your own wisdom and your beautiful story, and how you have come so far, and the challenges you've overcome. You can share and be of service to people in so many beautiful ways, and you can be very creative in how you can be of service to people too. So I'm going to choose another card. Divine Perfection. And perfection, I love this. I gave up being a perfectionist a long time ago. Actually, not a long time ago. It's been a work in progress. I had always been a perfectionist in lots and lots of things, and I let go of being perfect. And I think it's a really important thing to do. So rather than everything having to be perfect, accepting the flaws and the who we actually are, because we are perfect in our imperfections. And I think in our time where social media, and I don't read magazines, but that kind of like pushing people to that perfection, you know, having the perfect job, the perfect partner, the perfect children, the perfect car, the perfect house, the perfect life, you know, excuse me, it's all a bit of bullshit, to be honest. And when you embrace where you are at this point and look at how far you've come, and maybe you've had a little bit of a tumble or a little bit of a fall, then you can, in that perspective of knowing and trusting that you are perfect in every way, all your flaws and all your givings and misgivings, you can truly power forward. And I think what's helped me in times of, let's say, kind of like challenge or crisis, if I take a deep breath and take a pause and look at what is actually happening, but detaching myself from it in a healthy way. So by stepping back, you can say, okay, I'm going to, rather than look at this as being a huge problem, as being a huge crisis, as being a big upheaval or overwhelm in my life, take some time to breathe in and out, step away from what's happening, and then come back in a conscious way and focus on creating solutions. So look at how you can create solutions, and also looking at what you're learning from this experience. What is this teaching you? What are the gifts that you have gained from, you know, you've fallen off the wall, or you've tripped up, and you're bringing yourself up again. And if you fall on the ground physically, it's always good to sit there for a moment or two to kind of assess where you are physically. You know, have you hurt yourself? Where do you feel, if you feel any pain? And then when you have done that assessment, you can consciously bring yourself and your body back up off the ground, and you know, review yourself, as I do. If I fall on the trip over on the ground, it doesn't happen very often, I can reassure you. But as a metaphor, it's a really wonderful way of taking a breath and taking a pause and looking at, okay, what happened? What was it that caused me? Was I paying attention? Was there something on the ground? Okay, and if there's something on the ground, you can shift it away so that the next person behind you doesn't fall over too. So this is all about us learning. So with that note, I am going to say goodbye, and thank you so much for coming along. And I will be doing impromptu Facebook Lives. I am hoping to do them every day or every couple of days, because I have lots of really exciting happenings that are happening in my world. And I would love to hear what exciting happenings are happening in your world too. So feel free to make a comment. This video is up for everyone to experience and to enjoy. And thank you for listening to my slight rambling. But I'm sure that a lot of it has made sense, and I do love metaphors, they're great. And oh, before I go, I have a really wonderful book by a really amazing friend of mine, who I'm actually really grateful to for kickstarting me on my healing journey and supporting me with setting up my business. It's called The Space Between by Jennifer Main. And it's about creating conscious boundaries and for deep connection and authentic alignment. And it's a really, really great book. And I have been working my way through it, taking a pause, and I'm now on chapter 16. And if you do go ahead and buy it, you can get it on Amazon, on Kindle, and also in paperback. And I have found this to be really helpful for me. And also it's lovely to read a book that a friend has written, because you're hearing their voice as you're reading through the words. So and have an amazing rest of day. It is coming up to 3:15 here in magical Edinburgh town, and I look forward to connecting with you all soon. Bye.